Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening and a good morning wherever you are. Viewers, today President Xi Jinping had delivered a very important speech at the opening of Global Leaders Meeting for the Women. The analysis of the speech indicates that it carries three or four very critical messages and important messages for the world, and it also shows the commitment of China. First of all, the analysis indicates that China is committed to create an inclusive community with a shared future. Inclusive means women are equally entitled to enjoy the benefit of the development, and they are entitled to the equal opportunity to grow in all fields. How? China proposed the four proposals. President Xi Jinping first talked about to creating an environment, a conducive environment where women can pursue their dreams of the development and the progress. He told the audience, we must strive to create an environment which is free of the conflict and threats to the life, or dignity, or the property, so where the women can flourish according to their capabilities. Second, he proposed that women should be given the equal chance and opportunities to benefit or to go for high quality development. High quality development means so women must have equal opportunities with the men and among themselves. They should be given the equal opportunity to benefit from the development dividend. Simultaneously, the world must work together to build the capacities of the women so they can benefit from the future economies. Future economy belongs to the technology, artificial intelligence, and many other such things. As the world has been entered in the fourth industrial revolution, rather we have entered in the future economy. So the women must be given the chance to participate equally in the future economy. For that purpose, there is the need to build their capacities. Third, the participation and the role of the women in decision making and implementation must be enhanced. How? Their role or their participation in the governance must be strengthened. They must be given the equal opportunity according to their skills to participate and play a role in the decision making and implementation. For that purpose, China will be willing to engage women or give the women more deeper role in the global governance initiative. Fourth, again the women should be taking a role in the multilateral governance also, in the UN bodies and other multilateral institutions. So it will ensure the participation, and that participation will bring the benefit in terms of the participation in the economic development and benefiting for the economic development. Second, China does not believe in just talk. China believes in actions. As we have seen, the President Xi Jinping have proposed China will be contributing. China will be giving $10 million to the UNESCO. China will be diverting $100 million from the Development Fund and the South-South Cooperation Fund towards the women-oriented programs at the organization at the global level. Moreover, President Xi Jinping also shared that China will be creating 1,000 small yet beautiful programs for the women. And the program will specifically focus on the livelihood needs of the women. And China will be inviting 50,000 women under the exchange program. So China, again, it shows that China is serious about the contributing and about the development of the women. Therefore, is to have proposed concrete programs. Third, China think, as I already have discussed in the participation of the global governance, the participation of women is very important in decision making and implementation. That is another message. I will not talk much about it because I have already have talked about the governance. However, if we look other initiatives of China, or other initiatives or the programs of China, we see there are also synergy between the President Xi Jinping speech and those initiatives. And President Xi Jinping's speech indicates that those programs can contribute toward the goal, toward the purpose of the women development. For example, China have proposed four global initiatives. First of all, we know that Global Development Initiative, Global Security Initiative, Global Governance Initiative, and a Global Civilization Initiative. If we carefully analyze these four initiatives, we will find that these four initiatives carries all the ingredients or a perfect recipe which can help the world to solve the contemporary challenges of the women and help to pave a way for a sustainable future for the women. How? If we look at the challenges, what are the major challenges the women are facing at this point of the time? High poverty. We know that many women are in the poverty trap. There are different estimates and the data. They shows that some estimate shows that the 9.2% population of the women population in the poverty, and that's the other estimation which shows that the 10% population is under the poverty. However, the poverty may have been increased. In the last few months, the World Bank has changed the poverty line. The new poverty line is $3. So maybe the poverty has been increased. So, second, the women are facing the challenges of the conflicts. Right now, 676 million women are living nearby in the radius of 50 kilometers or within the conflict zones. This is very dangerous. And in recent months, maybe the number has been increased as there were a war between Pakistan and India, and there is a war between Pakistan and Afghanistan, and there are other conflicts that are happening across the world. That is again very important. Then the food insecurity. So millions of the women, they are food insecure. They are more food insecure than the women. The number of the women which are food insecure is greater than the men. A rough estimate shows that in 2024, 64 million women, more women were food insecure than the men. It shows that there is also inequality. Inequality is another very serious challenge. So these are the challenges, major challenges. And then the education is also a challenge, health and other things. Now look at the first three initiatives of China: GDI, GSI, GGI. They present a solution for those challenges. How? Global Development Initiative can help to tackle the challenge of the poverty, food insecurity. Global Security Initiative can help to tackle the challenge of security and creating a safe environment for the women. Global Governance Initiative can help to tackle the challenge of inequality of the exclusion of the women. However, the fourth initiative can play more important than these three challenges. It can pave a way for a sustainable future. How? The GCI can present a solution which in the past world was not able to find, and a solution which can help to make the Chinese proposal or the Chinese contribution successful to help the women to go for a better future. If you look at the past, most of the times the women-related programs, initiatives, organizations, or the proposals were developed in the West according to the liberal values. Those programs or the organization did not give much importance to the cultural diversity because every culture they have different dynamics. Every culture a different set of rules, norms, values, and laws which ensure the participation of the women, which ensure the welfare of the women, and which help women to grow. The most prominent example is China. China have its own system of the values, norms, and the laws, which helped China to make women an active participant and an equal beneficiary of the development. China have created a different model. There are many things which China did not follow from the liberal model. They created their own laws and they have their own values. For example, the family system. The relationship theories, they are very important in China. And in the defining the relationship of women and the man and the children and the mother and girls, everything. So China has its own laws and the norms and the values. In the past, so liberal values failed to include other cultures' preferences. Therefore, many experts believe that in the past, so these initiatives could not create the results which were desired. However, through the Global Civilization Initiative, China can tackle this problem. China can promote so women rights according to their own cultures, which ensure, however, the fundamentals are same in every culture. We talk about dignity of the women, we talk about the welfare of the women, we talk about the respect of the women. So China under GCI, Global Civilization Initiative, can strive to promote this idea, the women rights according to their culture, and they can strive to create harmony among those all cultures and the women rights. So that they can promote an idea of unity in the diversity with the focus of the development of the women and the welfare of the women. If China is able to create such a model, unity in the diversity, I think it will a great contribution and will help women in at the greater context. Because the greater context with that, the main objective is that the goal is the welfare of the women. If China can bring together all cultures on one platform and create a model, unity in the diversity, it will be the great helpful. And it will make Chinese proposal more successful in the coming years. Therefore, this is strongly recommended China should go for that and use the global civilization initiative to create such situation or to create such model. It will not only create opportunity for the women, but also help China to create or to build an inclusive community with a shared future. Thank you so much.